welcome to our show. Today we'll be fishing with a new rig developed by renowned fisherman Tim Howard. Tim?
Hey, hello everybody. Yeah, we're going to be catching some big bass today, and you all stay with us. We're going to be on beautiful Fear Lake. Oh, you just turned it on.
Yeah, I see that rig there.
Right there. That is my invention right there. That's a fish catching rascal, is what that is. Okay, here you go.
Oh.
Good jump.
Look at the size of this fish. I can't even get him.
All I can do to hold him. Ate the whole worm.
Ate the whole worm. Goodness.
There he is.
Look at the size of that thing.
You know, I hate to, but I'm going to have to let that fish go, because fish that size and quality, I'm taking a chance there. He could take my finger off, folks, so I'm just going to let that fish go. Fight another day.
Goodness sakes.
We always like to promote catch and release on this program, folks. Fight there on this one, but needless to say, you can see by the size that it's quite a battle. Now, we have never showed you these fish on the show before. This is the first time we've caught one of these species, known as, some people call them a warmouth, I call them a rock bass. And they're really fun fish to catch. They put up a real good fight. You can see, he took that whole worm in. That's a 14.5-foot worm. And you gotta be careful. This is more almost dangerous than bass. And you can see that large species there. Like I say, that's a rock bass. And we missed it there, but there's a big fish come up and try to get him off the hook there while he's bringing him in, you know. And that,
it's hard to believe there'd be a bigger fish than this in the water.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed or not, but you see them, he's got some red on his tail there. Well, that fish has, see that sore, that fish has had a hold of him. And very well could have been lunch for another larger species of fish. We're going to let him go before we damage his scale coat there. And a lot of fun to catch, but again, we don't recommend that you keep anything, you know, that you can't use. We like to promote the catch and release program.
Tim?
Oh no, he hasn't surfaced yet.
All right.
Oh wait a minute, he's pulling some drag.
He's going under the boat.
Here he comes. He's up toward the front. Oh, it's got that.
Holy cow! Did he get off?
No, he's on.
I see your worm's gone. That's what I.
He shook that worm. There he goes, folks. Now, he's not as big as that last one, but that last bass. But he's putting up a decent.
He's still got that pole bent over pretty good. As you can see right there, folks. And this is a high strength rod.
He seems to be tiring quickly now.
Yeah. I think you had him hooked pretty good there, Tim. Alright, I know he's got to be putting up one heck of a fight. Holy cow, look at the bend in that pole, folks. What would you say he is, Tim?
I don't know, but I'm telling you, these fish, for the size, are fighting something. Oh, there he goes on the boat.
Holy cow. That's a good thing you got some, what is that, 100-pound test line you got?
Yeah. Well, actually, it's 100 pounds, but they say it's been known to hold fish up to 3,000 pounds.
Is that right?
Okay, here we go. Okay, he's lulling now.
I need to back up out of the side of this boat so I can get a good shot of the thing. I'm afraid I can't get him in the screen when you pull him up.
He's here at the side of the boat. I'm going to try to.
All right, I'm backed up as far as I can. Holy cow.
Goodness gracious. I don't want to. Oh, he's ready.
Do you need some help?
Oh.
You got him? Holy moly. Now I want to get...
So I want to talk to you a little bit about your hook set. Now, you notice I've got a good hook set on. He couldn't get off. That hook is that barb's in there. Very good. We got him in the eye area. And here, well, this is a time when you might want to consider just cutting that hook off and letting that fish have that hook, because you could do some serious damage. But I'm going to try to release him. Yeah, there we go.
You think you got, all right.
And it looks like there might be a little damage to that eye right there. But I don't think it's enough to hurt this fish, so we can't release him. But in some situations where you think you're going to damage the fish to the point where he might bleed, cut that hook off and let that fish have that hook. He'll get rid of it. 9 times out of 10, they can do a better job of getting rid of it, and you might do a lot of damage.
Let's get a good shot of that mouth. Look at the size of that thing.
He could swallow fish up to maybe 8 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Easy. 8 pounds, that fish. And I don't like to handle a fish this long, because, you can lose a thumb like that.
You better go ahead and use that.
Look, here's what we caught him on, folks. I may have to revive him a little bit here. He's kind of slow about... Okay, there we go. You always want to make sure those fish are on their way before you leave them alone, because sometimes just a few passes, moving that fish back and forth through the water, it does wonders. Get that oxygen going again.
Yeah, the catch and release program isn't good unless you properly release your fish.
That's right. There's a proper way and a wrong way to release that fish, and hopefully we just demonstrated that for you right there. We're going to bait up, and we're going to try to catch one more here, and then we're going to have to head home. It looks like it's wound up another day of fishing for me and Bruce, and we had a good time today and caught a few fish, and hopefully we've showed you some things today that might help you all catch a few more out there. Bruce, what do you want to say to the folks this time?
Well, folks, just want to say, fishing's a fun sport,
It's a clean sport.
Clean sport. We always like to emphasize that, get out with your family, do a little fishing, release fish that you don't want, and just have a good time.
Observe those catch limits and sizes on all the species that you take. There'll always be plenty of fish in there for everybody to catch. We'd just like to take this time to invite you all back next week on Bruce and Tim's Good Time Fishing Hole. It's going to be a good time. We're going to be going after some flathead catfish. We hope to see you then.